Guys, today we've got quite possibly the biggest sneaker release of the entire year. A pair of shoes that apparently caused fights to break out, and a ton more. So let's jump in. Let's kick it off with those shoes that apparently caused the fights. I have just got to see what this sneaker is all about. I've seen so many massive claims about the technology, so let's figure it out. Oh, we got that Nike box, but of course there's a freaking Supreme box logo. So, despite me trying as hard as I possibly could, I did not manage to get these for retail. They sold out in literal seconds, and the person that managed to get them for me said that the in-store launch was absolute madness. This is the Nike Air Max DN. Damn, those air units are way bigger than I thought. Look at the inside. That is huge. Okay, something I really did not expect. You do get extra laces, and it is just a very dark green color, which is interesting. So from the online images, I thought that this was just completely blacked out, but you can see on some of these places on the midfoot and around towards the back of the sneaker, there is some of that dark green, I guess, to match these extra laces. So these dropped on the 22nd, which was kind of out of nowhere because the Nike launch for these things was supposed to be Air Max Day. However, suddenly a Supreme collab popped up and just dropped on the 22nd. So I was like, sure. I mean, I really wanted to check this pair of shoes out in general, just the Air Max DN. Nike's made some huge claims about it, so I'll go ahead and pick up the Supreme version. Why not? Now, I've got to say they're a lot lighter than I thought, and feeling the upper, all of these little kind of spots that you can see on the top, all of these little bumps, that's all a very grippy rubber material. Now, this colorway is nice. I mean, I do like the launch colorway that is going to be dropping in March from Nike. However, just all over blacked out is definitely a clean look. Supreme being Supreme, they're not very subtle with their collaborations. You've got the huge Supreme text on the side, which is why people went so crazy about this pair of shoes. I think it's probably a bigger deal here in the UK because the UK love their Air Maxes, but I'm very keen to try this pair of shoes out because Nike has said that this is, you know, a brand new dynamic cushioning system that is super innovative with the air unit. Definitely like the look of them, but how does that play into the actual practicality and just walking around in them? We'll have to find out. I will drop a full review after I've worn these things around for a while. Let me know if you went for them, if you managed to get them. All right, we got a decent amount of Nike pickups, which you know what that means. We got a good old Nike pull tab. All right, I actually don't know which one is which in here. Oh, okay, I know which one this is. Take a look at the box. This is a highly anticipated pair of shoes that I've been meaning to check out for a minute now. You got the huge, almost oversized Nike branding on the top, which looks pretty dope. On the side over here, you got Book Chapter 1. Okay, this is the Nike Book 1 Mirage colorway. Wow, so first thing you're gonna notice about this pair of shoes is how insanely thick that ankle padding is. That is insane. That is so big. Now, they do feel very, very light because this is supposed to be like some kind of crossover lifestyle and basketball sneaker. So it does have like some performance elements, but at the same time, it keeps it very lifestyle, specifically on the upper. Like all of this upper material, it's kind of like some synthetic nubuck material. It feels very light, and then towards the mid panel of this pair of shoes, it's some kind of knit, which feels it feels pretty cool. It's definitely different. It's a pretty massive Nike swoosh that just seems fatter. Seems like it's put on some weight. Now, feeling this midsole is very, very weird. On the medial side of the shoe, the cushioning feels very soft, but when I squish it on the outside, it feels solid. Like almost it's two different types of material. I don't know what to make of that and how that's going to translate to what these feel like on foot. Of course, you've got like the, I don't know, how many is that? Quadruple pull tabs on the back, which is pretty interesting. It's a very simple pair of shoes. You could even look at the toe box and be like, there's a lot of Air Force One in there. Let me know what you guys think of the Nike Book 1. Would you wear these? Do you like them? Or is it just a pass? All right, what is that? Can you guys hear that sound? Metal in there. What sneaker is this? Oh, okay. Got a very different looking Jordan 1 box. Yo, this is the Jordan 1 Year of the Dragon. Wow, that's really nice. Okay, what is in here? Damn, that is sick. So you've got a little hang tag. For some reason, it's not attached to the shoe. I'm gonna put this down now because it's making a ton of noise. This is a long-awaited pair of shoes. I believe they dropped for you guys out in the US a while ago. However, only recently dropped here in the UK. The colors are very nice. You've got the green, scaly material to kind of lean towards the dragon theme. I've got to say they've done a very good job with this material. It feels pretty damn cool. Like, you can feel the scales and everything. The white leather, on the other hand, is pretty damn basic. I was hoping for something a little bit more premium. Golden Wings logo around the back, which is really nice. And then you've got kind of like this milky, semi-translucent outsole, which is pretty dope as well. You do not get any extra laces, so just, you know, the ones that are included. You've also got some interesting material on the inside. It feels like a satin material. I mean, hey, a retail pickup, it is solid. Let me know what you think of these. Did you pick them up or did you pass on them as well? All right, what we got in here? Another Nike package. Ooh, we got the KDs in the building. Damn, this is the KD4 Galaxy. Wow, these things look pretty dope. I'm not gonna lie. Take a look at this on the inside there. You've got pull for lockdown. It's got the, you know, the spacesuit vibes with this pair of shoes. I never had the original Galaxies from 2012, so this is pretty cool. The midsole, you've got all of these specs for, I guess, the Galaxy, the stars. And then on the inside, it's even crazier. Laces are super reflective, like even just, you know, looking at them here with the studio light, they're reflecting with like all of these specs on the inside. The orange and the silver or the metallic color really bounce off each other really nicely. Very sticky. I imagine these things stick to a cord. Like even listen to this. Like, even my hands are making sounds because they're so freaking sticky. This is a sick pair of shoes. I thought I'd put my name in the hat so I could show you guys on the channel, and it's obviously a pair of shoes that is significant in the sneaker community. I've never had them in hand, so I really wanted to see what they were like, and it's a dope pair, man. I think these things look so cool. Either way, let me know if you managed to pick these things up. All right, we got a smaller box over here, so this is not a pair of sneakers, and I've been waiting for these. Damn, how many did he send? Winona Kicks on Instagram sent these over, and you guys always ask, whenever I wear these caps, you're like, yo, where do you get them from? And it's just Charlie who sends them to me. Just take a look at that. They're completely like, this is some soft suede material. And then look on the bridge over here, you got like this embroidery. Of course, their signature thing, the little badge on the side, which is sick. That one's even cooler. I love this color. And then they're all numbered as well, so he's only made 150. Thank you, Charlie. Winona Kicks, check him out. These caps, super limited, but they are amazing. They're my favorite caps, I think. My favorite caps ever. Thank you so much. All right, we got a lighter box this time. These feel super light. It's a pair of shoes that I've been trying to take a look at for a very long time. Nami on top. So this is basically Chris Brown's slide. Damn, this is the Nami slide. Are these 3D printed? I thought they were 3D printed. Maybe I'm wrong, because they kind of feel like foam. I mean, they feel super soft. Look at this. Like, geez, yeah, they're cushy, they are cozy, and they look dope. They do remind me a lot of the Adilet 22 because of like all of these ridges, specifically like the side profile looks a lot like the Adilet. I think the design is super cool. I thought they were 3D printed, but they look like they are foam, which is a little bit disappointing. I'm not gonna lie. I was anticipating a 3D printed pair of shoes. Chris Brown slides, guys. The Nami slide. What do you guys think of these things? Do you like them? All right, final package. This is freaking heavy. So I'm thinking these might be very different to what I was expecting. This is a huge box. We got the Jumpman on the side. Take a look at that over there. And then you've got the Jack on the other side. Got like the little lines, which is the same as like the Cactus Jack logo. Now this box is solid. This doesn't feel like a regular sneaker box. So they're clearly going crazy with the packaging. Man, I'm so hyped to see these things. Yo, look at the bottom. It's all red. You're met with this dust bag. Nice bag. Very, very good quality. Brown paper, of course. So you've got this little sticker on the paper, which basically just says, the Jack graphic will wear with use over time, which I'll show you what that looks like in a second. Okay. Here we have them, guys. This is the first signature sneaker from Travis Scott, the Jumpman Jack. Wow, in person, man. So you've got a ton of extra laces, which I just think is something that Travis Scott sneakers always have. You've got the white on the pair of shoes. You've got brown. You've got sail, which is going to be very nice. That's going to match the Nike swoosh. And then you've got a little bit of like a trail-inspired lace with all of the white lines in there. Straight away, I feel the quality, and I like the quality. So thick, soft leather around the sides. And then they've done this pretty cool thing around the toe box where the leather is kind of wrapped and tucked, so it's kind of seamless. You don't get that raw edge that you typically see on most Jordan sneakers. This is all tucked in, so it just has like a really clean appearance. Now this is very, very close in colorway to the reverse mochas. In fact, let me just grab it. Look at that. Look how similar that is. It's just a darker shade of brown, but you know, they kept the same kind of colorway going with all of the white leather overlays. It's just a much darker brown because this is now canvas material instead of, you know, the brushed suede that was on these. A lot of people were saying, is this Nike Yeezy inspired, this strap, or is this shoe inspired by Nike Yeezy? One thing that I'm feeling now, these are lacking in ankle padding. Like, this is very thin. Which is a little bit strange. I thought it was going to be more padding around the ankle, not just to make it more comfortable, but also like when you slide your foot in here, it would bulk them out a little bit, which would be nice because these do look, you know, pretty relatively narrow. They're definitely heavily inspired by the Jordan 1. Like, I just think there's a lot of, you know, Jordan 1 Nike Dunk in here, but they feel nice. They feel pretty decent quality. You've got this, which I freaking love, this Jumpman logo, but it has the lines on Michael Jordan's head. This is pretty massive, man. The first signature sneaker from Travis Scott. This is going to be very interesting to see how this release goes. They did have like this crazy limited drop on Travis Scott's website, which sold out in freaking seconds. There was only a couple hundred pairs, and they're reselling currently for a ton of money, like 2 to 3K. They are supposed to have a release specifically of this colorway on March the 5th. And that should be, you know, through a bunch of different retailers, the Nike Sneakers app. And of course, as you guys know, there is going to be a ton of other colorways as well. This one I think is my favorite so far because it just got that reverse mocha vibe, which I think is going to be a super good look on foot. Gum outsole as well, like with the Jack branding underneath, and it kind of like has all of this texture. Kind of looks like cracked stone or something like that. Either way, guys, what do you think of these things? Are they going to be a big sneaker? Are they going to be up there with the Jordan 1s? Or are they kind of going to go the way of like the Travis Trainers or the Air Maxes or some of those other ones? Very interested to hear your guys' thoughts. Of course, a full review will be up on the channel very soon, so make sure you subscribe to the channel so you can find out all about this pair of shoes. If you don't want to miss out on some of the latest dope sneakers that are right around the corner, well, check that video out over there.